Hi all and welcome back to DannyBTalks. As I'm trying to hit the refresh button here on my channel, I really want to get back to just making videos that I want to make, not that I feel like I have to make. With that in mind, for this year, I wanted to bring back a little mini-series that I did back in 2018 when I was first starting my channel. Back then, I predicted who would win each race of the 2018 season in a 9-part mini-series. So with that in mind, let's do it again in 2023. And we're going to start with the second annual Busch Light Clash at the LA Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles. Now, of course, last year, my wife and I went to this race, and while it was a lot of fun watching the race of our good friend Eric Estep, we will not be making the journey to Los Angeles in 2023. No points are on the line for this one, and no guarantee you'll be in the final show with drivers needing to race their way in for the heat races. Now, the biggest difference in last year's race versus this year's race is that we now know more about these new cars, as last year, this was the first chance to see the next-gen car on the track, so now we know a little bit more about them. So in 2023, with more races under its belt, teams may have a better idea going into this one. And with that in mind, my prediction to win the Clash in 2023 is going to be somebody who had found a fair amount of success last year, but way more the year before. And I'm going with a California native on this one and say that Kyle Larson takes the win inside the Coliseum, winning the second race in the world-famous stadium. Moving on from one sunshine state to another, NASCAR makes a journey down to Daytona International Speedway. We'll go through qualifying on one day and then the duels happen afterwards. Now, I'm not going to predict who's going to win the duels because it's harder to do that because we won't know who's in what duel. But I will predict who I think will win the pole award in qualifying for the Daytona 500. And after starting on the front row for 5 consecutive Daytona 500s, I'm going to be bold and say that this year, Alex Bowman does not start in the front row for the 2023 Daytona 500. Instead, I'm going to say that driving the reverse numbered car, the man Alex Bowman took over for, Jimmy Johnson, trying to race his way into the Daytona 500, makes a huge headline and locks himself into the 2023 Daytona 500 by winning the pole award in a number 84 Carvana Chevrolet. What a statement that would be. As far as the Daytona 500 itself goes, my prediction is that we will see a variety of names fighting for the win, but I believe that another statement will happen when Kyle Busch wins his first points race for driving for Richard Childress and finally capturing the Daytona 500, which, much like Childress' driver from long ago, Dale Earnhardt, has seemed to elude Kyle Busch his entire career. Kyle Busch drives number 8 of RCR into victory lane in Daytona. After Daytona, they go back out west for the West Coast swing, starting with Auto Club Speedway. And for this one, I'm going to say that we see a victory for Toyota, as Tyler Reddick drives number 45 to victory lane. He had a dominant car of RCR here last year, but I feel the combo of Tyler and 2311 can be perfect in 2023 to make it happen at Auto Club. After that race at Auto Club, I'm predicting a Ford and Team Penske win. After going winless in 2022, I expect Ryan Blaney's drought to be over, as Blaney takes the win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, locking himself into the 2023 NASCAR playoffs along with Kyle Busch and Tyler Reddick. Moving on from Vegas, we go to Arizona for the spring race in Phoenix. While no championship is up for grabs in the spring, a spot in the playoffs is always potentially up for grabs in Phoenix, and while he finished second and third here last year in both races respectively, I believe that Melons will be smashed in Phoenix as Ross Chastain takes the win in Phoenix in United Reynolds Work United 500. 4 races in, and we've got 4 drivers qualified for the playoffs. Afterwards, we go to Atlanta Motor Speedway, which will likely be the first race that I am at in 2023, so stay tuned for that one. Last year, we saw how this new Atlanta races, and both races resulted in wild shows that overall, from the fans I spoke with at the track, they prefer the show that the new Atlanta seems to provide. I'm not saying there are those that don't like it, just look on Twitter to find that out. But as far as who's going to win this one, I see a repeat winner, but I don't mean that one of the guys from last year will win. I see a repeat winner being immediately, as I predict that Ross Chastain will win his second race of the year and win this one at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He was in contention in the spring despite having a tire issue, and he won Talladega last year. So my prediction is that the Watermelon Man gets the win in Atlanta. And for the last race in part 1 of the series, we traveled to the great state of Texas for a race at Circuit of the Americas. While Ross Chastain took the win here a year ago, he very nearly did not, making contact with AJ Allmendinger while battling for the lead, which inadvertently made contact with Alex Bowman, who surely looked like he was about to take the lead in the final lap to win the race. My prediction for Circuit of the Americas this year is that the number 48 makes it right in 2023, and Alex Bowman gets his first road course victory at Circuit of the Americas. And that's all I've got so far. 6 races in, plus the exhibition of the Clash, and we've seen 5 drivers lock themselves into the playoffs. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll see what ultimately happens in reality in 2023. Join me next week as I return with part 2, stretching from Richmond to Kansas. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye guys. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video from DannyBTalks. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. You might like all the other videos here on this YouTube channel. I talk about all things NASCAR, past, present, and future. Till next time, have a great day. Bye guys.